So I just want to give you a rundown of what's new with Caustic 3.1 on iOS. New is the addition of support for AudioBus. So Caustic can be used either in the input or output ports. So if we set it as an input, and then set another app as output, I'm just going to pick Audio Share here to show recording. And then of course you can use effects. So I'll put a reverb in the middle. All right, so now if I go to Caustic and play, so I'm using the AudioBus effect as my reverb instead of Caustic's native one. And then if you wanted to, you can record that into Audio Share. All right, so now the other way you could use Caustic is in the output. If we use one of the machines that normally uses the microphone as its input, that will get replaced by the AudioBus stream coming in. So let's say we've got a PCM synth here, and we want it to the recorder. If we go back to AudioBus and set another app as input, and then we'll set that to play. So now we can record that into Caustic. And now we've got the recorded waveform in Caustic. So we can then use that in Caustic in one of the synths or samplers and use it that way. And so another thing you can do with Caustic now in 3.1 is use another app to drive MIDI notes to Caustic via virtual MIDI. So first you need to enable background audio if you're not using AudioBus. You can do that in the advanced options, enable background audio. So we'll tick that. Make sure MIDI is set to receive from the instrument. So either one MIDI channel per instrument, and that lets you use multiple apps to send MIDI to different channels in Caustic, or just in this case, I'll just use MIDI device controls on-screen instrument, and I'll use a KS synth. So now if I use another app to drive MIDI, that's driving Caustic. So that's another thing you can do that's new in Caustic 3.1.